Retro Rocket Man here. Today we're going to create a smoke effect coming out from a retro rocket, if you like. I'm using a product that's an expanding foam, normally used in repairs for brick walls or pretty much holes in anything really. It, as you spray it in, it expands. It's quite a versatile product. I find it gives me a great effect finish when I'm trying to create things like stone or rock. You can spray it out and it expands, and then once it's dried, which doesn't take too long, about an hour or so, you can actually sand it and carve it. It's like that packing material. It's very lightweight. It sprays out from the can. It's very sticky, so you don't want to get on your skin. Apparently it's flammable too, so I'd be careful around using it around naked flame or anything like that. As you can see, it looks a lot like whipped cream. It even has the consistency of it to a degree, but it is quite sticky. As you can see, when I try to smooth it out or move it about, it likes to stick to the straw. And the whole time it's slowly expanding as well. It won't get too much bigger than this, but before it starts to skin and cure, it will be a little bit bigger than what I initially sprayed out. So you have to allow for that as well. Yes, after a little bit of mucking around, I'll let it dry, and then further on down the track, give it a bit of a paint job to make it look less like whipped cream and more like a smoke trail coming out the back of a rocket. So now that the foam is cured and dry, I've moved inside to paint it a greyish colour using acrylic paint, and I'm just covering the whole surface with this grey colour, make it look uniform, make it look less like whipped cream and more like smoke, and it'll be hopefully look like a smoke trail coming out the back of out of a rocket. So next up is a bit of exhaust or flame effect. So I'm adding some red at the very tippy top because it's supposed to simulate the hottest or the flame, hottest part of the exhaust. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of orange to make it look like it's beginning to cool the further it gets away. So I'm just blending the two colours. Hopefully this will give it a pretty good effect of a rocket flame. Now I'm doing yellow to show the blending that in, to show how it's also getting lighter and cooler as the smoke trail increases, and I'm going to try to blend that roughly into the grey and just working it with a moist brush to spread it further. Now I'm removing any unwanted excess with a rag, and curiously enough I noticed as I was doing this some of the grey paint was actually wiping off. Gave me lighter highlights, which gave it an extra texture, which I quite liked. So I just continued to do that until I got it to a point that I liked. And here you have the end result. I've also probably touched up some areas with some white paint just to highlight more of the fluffy cloud smoke-like look that you might get, and quite happy with that. Now we've got what it looks like with a retro old style rocket ship attached to it, to give you that effect that it's blasting off, leaving a smoke trail behind it. This is actually a candy dispenser that I painted up earlier. I was just trying to think of different ways to display it. I gave this a go, and I quite like the way it's turned out. So there you have it, my retro rocket smoke effect. I hope you guys found this interesting. Yeah, sure, give it a go yourself if you want. It was a lot of fun. Just make sure that whenever you use this foam, spray foam, that you do it outside. It needs a lot of ventilation. You shouldn't be breathing this stuff, and just have a really good time and enjoy. See you later, guys.